Good morning. Hello, hello, hello. I hope everybody's doing well today. I had a nice break. I went on a little bit of a break, but now I'm back and I'm ready to go. And I'm drawing more comics. This month will probably be filled with drawing comics. And then when I'm done volume 2, we'll get some nice colourful stuff back in again. Good morning, Nathan. How you doing? Killing time before work, no problem. That is kind of what I'm doing. Although my killing time is also just a lot of work. But yeah. I found this comic that I wanted to redraw and put into my Volume 2 collection. And I think I pretty like it. I think I might curve this arm going the other way. Just so that I don't mind them looking disconnected, but that just looks very disconnected. And I might also... I'll change up the NPCs in the background because these were just the NPCs at the time. And I think what I would probably do is put some of these hats on them so I can connect it to this comic. So it's like there's a continuity, if you will, going through. I think that would be cool. So I'm gonna just get started. Getting those frames in there. And then I'll have to give it all a bit of a shrink down afterwards because that is... there's no bleed line. No bleed in sight. But yeah, if anybody else is also working on anything creative or doing anything, feel free to let us know. I like hearing about other projects while I'm working on mine. That's gonna give me an extra curl. That's very strange. Don't usually do that. If my voice sounds a bit flat, I'm still a little bit tired this morning. But not too tired to stream, so I think I'll wake up as I go along. There we go, let's get that in there. Just under an hour before work. Early shift today, then late shift tomorrow. I would have the next 3 days completely off, but someone scheduled a 2-hour meeting at 9 AM on Friday. Oh, I hate that. I hate that so much. Especially if it's like a meeting that, you know, isn't that important. You know what I mean? Hopefully, hopefully it's not that annoying, but yeah. Precious sleep. Why did it have to be so early? Okay, and I'm changing up. I'm going to change up Dungeon's face in this bit because this is quite an old comic and my hair isn't exactly right and the shape of the face isn't exactly right just because of how my art style has changed over the years, so just gonna change that up, but we want a very happy, excited face in the corner of the screen. In fact, you know what? I may even rotate it and do one of the side view faces that I usually do. Because it is a little strange, the angle. So let's go like that. The note says breakfast meeting, not morning meeting. There better be a bit good oh yes. Coming in on your day off, they better be providing breakfast. Okay. Yeah, if I'm just gonna be throwing caution to the wind and doing it like this, let's redraw the face. It's a slightly different shape when I draw it from the side. Kind of emphasize, I guess, where the nose would be. But I do not draw the nose. I think I only draw noses when I am doing like full-on character portraits. Even then sometimes. Depends on the character, but most of the time then there's a nose involved. Let's get that ear in. And I know this is off the side of the screen, so it doesn't really matter if things don't line up, but I kind of want to get it to line up. Just so that I know that the face isn't too much of a strange shape. There we go. That works for me. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be acceptable. Okay, and I won't need the back line of the head, but I will need the hairline. And then I'll come back and neaten some of these pleats up. The top actually looks pretty good, considering I was putting it in there quite rough. Just want to pop that down here. Illustrator, why are you doing this morning? And yeah, nice. 3 days off, bar the meeting, Sunday morning in, then 3 more days off. So maybe I'll finally get to finish your one-page comic. Ooh, that's exciting. I hope so. Yeah, because you also need some time to rest, because it's just, you know, art is fun, but it's still work. Something being fun doesn't stop it from being work, so it's still very tiring. Well, that's a regular eye. I think I want like more of an excited eye, because I've changed the way that the face is going to be. So I think I just want to make it bigger, and we'll put some shiny things in it. Absolutely huge. Absolutely huge. Been doing a bunch of little one-pages of weird interactions you've had with strangers and friends. That sounds like a fun idea. It's a good place to draw from as well, like just real life interactions. When I started, I guess I technically started doing comics in a similar way. When my first job was in retail, and in order to like kind of get through the day, I would draw on my lunch breaks any of the particularly strange or annoying interactions with customers, and then I would just leave it in the break room so that everyone could get a kick out of it if they wanted to, which I think people appreciated. No one told me to stop, so I took that as a people enjoyed it. It was kind of like a nice way to vent, but I guess without being too mean, or you know what I mean. Too rude, I think. Make it into a joke, and then you get less annoyed as well. At least I did. If it's a joke, then it's not quite as upsetting as maybe it was when I started. Just adding all these little bits, but I don't want to go... I guess I don't need to go too hard with this because it'll be quite small, but I think that'll be nice. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to round those lines off though. That does look successfully shiny. I think I might add one more circle. bottom of this one. Do I want to keep it on opacity, or do I want to... Yeah, I want to bring it up. I want to bring it up. And then maybe I want to add a line on this as well. Just to make it even bigger. Most recent one I've started was actually a work interaction. Immediately after cleaning up a slushy spill, I had an old guy order black coffee and ask, "Do you like working here? Do you like working here?" It's nice to be making conversation, I guess, but depends whether or not he saw you cleaning up the spill. Be like, that's an odd time to ask me that. Well, I responded, "It's a job, sir. The pay is nice," and he kept trying to prolong the interaction. "Yes, but I asked you if you liked working here, love." Yeah, but you're not gonna say anything. You're not gonna say anything bad on the job. Feels like a trick. It's like, what do you want from me? At least that's what I would be like. I'd be like, they're trying to get me to say something. It's the only explanation. Thankfully, I don't think I got anyone who asked me that question, because I know that's not like... I know that could be kind of a common question. Like, "Sir, please take your black coffee and make like my job more, make me like my job more." Aha, I get it now. "Make me like my job more by going home and talking to people who aren't paid to lie to you." Exactly. Gotta respect the boundaries of anybody in any sort of service industry, because goodness me. It is tiring. It was a bizarre interaction. Yeah, it's like... Yeah, I genuinely wouldn't know what this person wanted. It's like, but why? You clearly want a answer out of me, like something specific, but I don't know what that is. And it makes me wonder, like, do they not know anybody who does this, like, works in retail or any other service industry that they could ask? It kind of just feels a little bit judgy as well. I don't know if that would be the intention though, but hey. Shiny, sparkle, happy dungeon, yes. I'm quite happy with that. It's very... I think it's very similar to my shiny eyes here, which you can't see a huge amount. That's shiny eyes. I've got extra love hearts in these. That's the difference. But apart from that, we've got a similar thing going on. I also have like a bit of a pupil thing going on. But other than that, Other than that, it's very similar. There's no point in putting a pupil here though, because since this is primarily for print, I don't think that would show up. Also, good morning, Exile. What was the command prompt? I think you're looking for exclamation point hearts? Let's give that a go. Let's see if I remembered it correctly. It should be in my about section now, actually. I updated it. Is it working? Oh no, it's not working. It's love! You figured it out. I told you wrong, I apologize. Is it in my about section wrong or correct? Let me see. It's in there wrong. Okay. I need to fix that. I thought it was hearts. I thought it was hearts. Apparently not. I think my brain when I set it up was like, love makes more sense. Love would, people will get that. I'll do that after the stream if I remember. I think my about section's a little tidier than it was before. I've given it a little spring clean since I don't use my old model. It was all like my old vtuber model, so I was like, that could be a bit confusing. Let's just take that out. Yeah, it's because I called it Show Some Love, so I feel like that's where my brain was. I want to make like a little pop-up, or just change the pop-up that MimicBot already does. And just let people know that it's in there. There we go. I'm gonna group that together so I can control all of my shapes. And I'm gonna be putting, I guess, a computer screen in and some pointing hands. And I will turn that off because I really don't need that in too much. I like making NPCs. It always ends up that the one I put the least effort into, the party goes, that one, let's adopt them. I have a similar experience. I have learnt, I don't know if this is true of every group, but it's definitely true of my group, and it's definitely true of me when I play, and I can't help it. It just is a thing that I do. I find that the NPC that is the most helpful and polite to the player group and has the least overlap of skills with the party is the one that the group tend to navigate towards. They just... any sort of dissent, any hint of betrayal, any whiff of foul play, it's like, nope, we're not gonna spend any time with them. We're not gonna risk it. There may be a caveat of if they're a goblin or a kobold, though, they might get a free pass. But I think my groups are just very afraid of I guess they're afraid of me pulling the old haha, I was evil all along trope. So the NPCs I tend to get to roleplay in these groups are generally very party positive. Not that they won't call the party out on any dubious things that they do, but they won't do it in a super aggressive manner unless it's like incredibly against their alignment, I guess, their moral code. Okay, I still want 3 of these. I'm gonna make them a more generic face, though, because because I don't want to hint at my specific NPCs. The most recent one for my party was a kobold named Derek, who I described in one sentence as sitting drinking from a tankard the size of him. I would speak to Derek 100%. I'm getting big MT vibe from the eyes on the screen. They kind of do look like eyes. I need to... These are going to be my NPC heads. But I do kind of want to just turn this into like some sort of weird mimic now, and like this is like an eye shape. It's weird. Gonna give them some cheeky faces. And then we're gonna reflect that over. They're very interesting. It's like they've got like a little tear. And I think I'm gonna give this one a kissy face, because I love the kissy face. It's my favorite face. And this one can just have a smiley face, I think. Use the heads as eyes. Infinite recursion style. I need to put another face in the middle of this as well, so hopefully that'll help balance it out. Okay. Nice little smiley. Gave Derek so much development and backstory because the party kept asking the poor bean questions. I had a similar thing with an NPC like that, who's still in the game. He's just a human. Nothing too fancy. But my precious bean is called Maru. Maru was saved by the players. The players saved like a bunch of people from some pirates, and a lot of the people were kind of nervous because the players are quite intimidating. Maru ended up being the spokesperson for the group, and it was just because they needed one. I was like, there's a guy. A guy becomes like the spokesperson for the group, and it's like just kind of tells you how the group is feeling. And they kind of really hit it off and started asking Maru a lot of questions, and a lot of it was me just being like, well, these are clearly wish lists that the player wants Maru to have. Because they were asking questions like, do you play a musical instrument? Do you perhaps play the drums, like the bongos? And I was like, okay, well, clearly they just want that for some reason. I have no reason why there isn't a bongo player here, so let's just say fine. Let's just say sure, why not? And they basically made Maru into a bard. I was like, well, I have a guy who can talk to people and apparently play a musical instrument, and is just generally pleasant to be around. And they made Maru the bard, and they took him with them. It was because Maru was like, I don't really have anything kind of left after the pirates. So it'd be nice to travel around with you guys if you'll let me come. They were a little reluctant at first, just because he's so squishy. But then they took him, and he is like their right-hand man now, and I liked that. It felt very organic. So far he makes paper and poetry. Derek's a bard as well. And his mum is very proud of him. And his sister runs a bakery. Oh my gosh. This kobold family is cute. I would also want to meet the sister. That would be like on my next list of things to do. I'd be like, well, we gotta go find the bakery now. That's just what we have to do. Okay. So I've drawn 2 of these. We need some hats. We need some continuity, so we can probably steal some of the hats that have got less of an angle on them. So let's steal the crown. We might have to change the line width, but one of these could have a crown. And then I also want to steal the chef's hat. This needs a flip though, doesn't it? So let's reflect. And we will change up the lines. And then we've got a little bit of continuity between the comics. It's like I say I wear a lot of hats to be the NPCs. Kind of helps identify them as NPCs. Obviously there's going to be text that does that as well, but... Okay, let's work on these lines. Because they are going to need to come down slightly. Yeah, they kept asking to visit the bakery. 100% I can see why. This little guy was just meant to be a funny visual background. Oh gosh, I understand. I do. Because as a player I do a lot of these things, but I had a very similar experience recently. I've just started running a campaign for the first time in a while with some friends. And I did a similar thing. They were looking on the notice board for the mission. The mission we established in session 0, may I add. So they knew what it was. And then they kind of were just looking around and I was like, well, I'll set the scene. You know, I'll like put a few silly missions up here. And one of them I put up was just like, I wanted it to seem like it was from like a kid, like missing Toad, and so I put that up there. And 20 gold pieces, they're on level 3, so I was like, they shouldn't care about 20 gold pieces. But I was a fool. I forgot that it's not really the reward that's the important thing, it's the quest. So we're looking for a missing Toad now. They actually said, let's do both. Like, we could do both. We can look for forest poachers while we're looking for a missing Toad. I'm like, what am I gonna do now? They found the Toad. I like panic looked up some stats for a giant Toad because I thought it'd be hilarious if the Toad ended up being big. And they were like, that's why it was 20 gold pieces and not like a copper piece. And I'm like, sure. I'm not making this up as I go along or anything. So that's what's happening in my game right now. I need to figure that out. I need to figure out who owns the frog. The frog's name is Truffles, by the way. Because that came up. I was like, well, yeah, I guess the frog's name would be on the missing poster, so I need to figure out what I'm doing with Truffles. It's part of the fun, I think, of GMing a game. I was honest with my players afterwards and was like, by the way, Truffles wasn't planned. It sounds like, yeah, it sounds very familiar. I had fun because they were like, I had no idea. It sounded like it was supposed to be a thing, and I'm like, well, thank you. I've been doing this for a while now. I'm glad that My panicked improvisation sounds planned. I think I want this to be thinner, since we've got some thinner lines going on here. I might even bring this down to 4 just to help that sit in here. Because it's so far in the background. There we go. I haven't hit save. I should do that. Let me just hit save. We will call this NPCs. And I need one more precious little bean. I feel like maybe the crown should be in the middle, but we'll see. Maybe I'll swap the things around. Let's just make sure that it's relatively the same size, because I'm going to want this one from a slightly different angle. Let's do this one from the front, so when I just pull those little cheeks out. Like that. Maybe those are a little bit too big though. And let me just duplicate. Gotta make a weird little guy now. Yeah, I bet, because I said that it was a missing pet. Weird little guy with a frog special interest or something. Well, it was I kind of made a comic yesterday. My comic yesterday was pretty much on this topic of now I've got to do something. Some people have given some interesting ideas on what to do for the frog's owner. My favourite so far, I'm not going to confirm or deny what I'm going to use, just in case one of the players is listening. I know that they hang out here sometimes, but I haven't seen them, so I'm going to assume that it's safe. One of the answers that I liked was that it's a very small creature, so that they could use the frog as a mount. And I was like, that sounds fun. So it's like a missing pet, but it's actually like a missing horse or something. Now, do I want to do like an uwu? I kind of do. I kind of do want to do an uwu. Let's do that. Boop. There we go. I'll fix that up. Just gotta fix this up because it's a little bit wonky. Just like the way they look. Now I'm just picturing someone making pet costumes. I know, right? I was like, I've given it such a cute name. Who names a frog Truffles? Like, that's basically where I'm at. I'm like, this is what I know about this person so far, is that they've named their frog Truffles. Their giant toad, should I say, rather than a frog. But I feel like that sets a good tone. It could definitely be like some sort of pixie. Yeah, I like it. I like it as well because it was 100% not intended, but it's in my game now. But it's kind of cute. It's those weird. It's almost those weird collaborative things, because I do also invite players to come up with stuff. It's something that I think works really well. I might try the full hat, you know. The full hat would be kind of fun. But I feel like the king should be in the middle, because then it's like a court. So let's make this one king. Let's make you king. Now you can be the fool, and we'll just get rid of that back bit. Let's come in. go. Now I can kind of sit on the top of their head. It's so diddy. It's so cute. Okay. Let's take those lines down, and then the lines in the middle of the bells were even smaller, so let's just fix that. Might make it slightly bigger than what I just had it. There we go. And fix up that curve so it sits on the head a little nicer. Gotta do the capitalism, sadly. Enjoy the rest of the stream. Thank you very much. Have a good day at work, and hopefully I'll catch you soon. It's been nice just chilling. It's almost break time, but not quite. So I'm going to just finish this off, I think. No, I think I just want to taper that a bit. Perfect. Look at these little bubs with their hats. I feel like I need like the indentation of an ear though behind this one. Just need some ears. Just a hint of some ears. And then group them together so that I've got them all where they need to be. Though I feel like... Oh no, that's 3 points. That's... What, are you 3 or are you 4? You're 3 too. Okay, cool. Brilliant. It's all the same thickness. They look precious. They look very cute. I don't think these are a good representation of the NPCs that were there, but the faces might be. Actually, I think one of them would need to be winking. So now I want to put the hands in, though I need to kind of work on them a bit more. Like this one can curve in. That, and actually maybe I should make the laptop, or the screen rather, the computer screen. Just pop this behind this one, and I'm going to make this look like a stand. Though I'm also going to make sure it's centered because it currently isn't. There we go. Bring that part out, and then we'll bring it up. That. There we go. Might just make that slightly thinner. I think I'll fill that in dark as well. Just shrink these down a tiny bit. There we go. Oh, that's way too much. What happened there? There we go. That to me looks more like a screen. just going to turn the opacity down just for a sec while I get these hands in, because I'm going to need that probably over. It's a little bit too big. Got one hand, and then we'll have the other hand, which I think I might be able to flip. Because I do like the curve. Maybe I want it here. How does that look? Just had a love heart coming off and some shiny bits. Other than that, that's pretty much there. I have that grouped. I'm gonna just duplicate this. I'm gonna take the shade and stuff out of this one because this is gonna be my fill. Don't actually need the eye or any of these shapes at all. I will need the mouth though. And I'm gonna need to plug that hole. Let's turn that into a fill. Nice, now I've got the lines back and I can taper them. I only need to taper that one little bit on the fringe. I think everything else is looking pretty good to me. And that needs to come to the front. And then the last thing I need to do before break is to make a clipping mat of dungeon. So we don't have all that hanging out bit. There we go. That looks cute. That looks a lot nicer actually. I'm surprised by how much cuter that looks. I don't even think I need the desk line. Like, I do really like the original. But yeah, that's come out a lot better than I thought it would. It's amazing how much these change. Create a little pentagon. Oh, no. Thought I'd selected the other tool. Let's merge that together. It's not connected. How dare. Let's just really bring it in then. Merge. What do you... Oh, it's because it thinks it's a lot. Okay, I get it. There we are. Now it's one shape. Make a heart. know if I need the sparkles, but well, you know, when it comes to needing sparkles, it's always a thing. You have hidden my borders again. How dare you? How dare you, illustrator? Let's scale that down slightly. Can fit them on. Okie dokie. Panel 1 is complete. We'll get panel 2 done after the break, I think. This is a good start. We're going well. Yeah, it is break time. So if you need a stretch, or if you need a drink, or if you need to do something small to take care of yourself, like wash up a little plate, or take the meds, or something just small that's really easy to do, it's a good time to do that, because I'm going to be gone for a whole 10 minutes. So I will see you all in 10 minutes time. Hello! I'm back. I had a good break. I got some tea. It's nice sweet tea because I got some honey in it. So I'm very happy. And I'm gonna continue with panel 2. So something I actually really liked about this. I really liked these words coming off of me in this comic. And I like that all the expressions changed to the NPCs. So that's something I will probably keep. I just think this worked really nicely, like the way it curved around Dungeon's head. It was really cool, so I think I'm gonna try and keep that. But we'll see how it all goes, because I don't know if it'll work out. But I thought it was cool, so panel 2. Let's move that over because that will need to be in the same place. Although I'm noticing it's not quite as over in this one. So what I might do is just move this one towards the edge of the panel. I didn't want to move square as well. Very similar amount of room. Okay, and that still looks fine. Okay, good. Let's come in with these expressions. I feel like I don't want the cheeks. And I might want, like, the eyes reversed so they look a bit shook. There we go. That. Then instead of cheeks we have like a shadow just between the eyes. Like that. Perfect. Now I add it to all of them. Let's get rid of this face, this cheeky face, and we replace it with this face. Also, when we were on break, Pet Mimicbot asked us a question. What is your favourite part about tabletop/video games? My favourite part is the community social aspect of it. I like hanging out with my friends and just spending time with people. It was very helpful for me personally, just especially during COVID, but it's also just nice. It's a good excuse to meet up with people because sometimes it can be hard to find one of those. Add like a little reaction mark. Add it to the king. And then we had the ... Come above the other's heads, so that way we don't need dot 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 dots, ellipses above everybody's head. So hopefully it won't look too busy. I might even make the screen grey as well. And then I can add some colour to face shapes. Oh, there is colour. So are they just behind? That's weird. There we go. That's better. Just the ears on the king I can spot. They don't have a colour. Give them colour. Perfect. I just find that having the change in colour helps make the mood that little bit more dramatic. And I'm gonna have a quick swig of tea. Num num. Okay, so that screen is done. I'm gonna just group all of that together, though I've locked the computer screen, so let's just group that. And I'll just turn it off while I draw dungeon. I feel like it should still be okay. Just turning away, coming more into the panel, that should be okay. We will see. Oh, because I really want to keep this. Slightly better curve, I think, actually. Fix this up slightly. Changing up the way dungeon will look so that it matches my current art style. But I think I can still use this as like a good base. Still fill the same amount of space. There we go. Let's pop that there. Like I can still keep the same curve, which I think would be important if I want to have the words follow Dungeon's head. round eyes will actually help maximize on the panic look, because I usually draw Dungeon's eyes oval these days. But I think that'll just help because it looks so different. Such a blank look. Okay. And it's quite pointy, but this is also not a bad hand or a bad pose. It doesn't have a watermark, so it must have been very old. I think I'm just going to come in and make it a bit rounder. That's pretty much it. Like the pulls in the shirt, but you won't see him when the shirt is black, but maybe I can do something with that. Just delete this one. Point doesn't need to be there. Need more of a shoulder in there as well. There we go. In fact, I might just pull that over a little bit. Seal off the ends, as it were, and let's put this at the back and make them white, just because then we might get them working. So when I do the fill, it'll be, we won't be able to see them because I'm going to be filling over the top. But then I'll put them back in afterwards. So I'm going to be filling the shirt there. And then I'm going to expand to separate the fill and the lines. And I can bring those pulls in here. Okay. I do want to do some things with the fingers anyway, because obviously when there's a fill-in, it's hard to see like the fingers, so I'm going to need to just work on the shape of those a little bit. You can also hear my accent really coming out when I say the word fill or fill in. They bleed in, so I wonder how the subtitles are picking up on that. I apologize. It's a lot of effort to enunciate. My natural drawl just wants me to just kind of go with it. Okay, that's on the fill, that's why, okay. Let's just go in, not to the fill, I want the tech. I want the lines. Give me the lines. There we go. Perfect. Let's match that up. It may even just be as simple as making that line thinner. It's 100% that simple. Okay. But that's fine. I just need to fix the ends of these. That one's gone a little bit too thin. There we go. You don't even have to be here, so I'm not going to work that out. And then it's very slightly over here, isn't it? So let's just give that a bit of a thickness. Nope. I want to move the other one over. Let me move this over, please. Thank you very much. Okie dokie. I may add a bit of taper to this as well. That's missing. Yeah. Okie dokie. Let's group that. I can add some shade now. Let's try and get my positioning. Because I feel like the arm is very tight on there. It doesn't need to be. Kind of want to come a bit lower, I think, which will affect the way that. Or maybe I just keep the word dread, and maybe fear will work. Panic's going too much over the screen. I would like to keep it though. Clipping mat for me. that's looking. That works. Coming in, turning around. Okay. Let's get some handwriting in here. Okay. Like I said before, I don't think there'll be room for the word panic. May not even be room for the word fear, but I figure. Oh gosh, I missed a line. There we are. So I do like the way it follows the head. Might be able to do something with that. Let's see. It's in white. It might be okay. How is that going to look behind the screen? I'm not imagining it will be great. Yeah, it's not clear what the word would be. Also, the screen should not go that dark. Some lines coming off as well. Okay, the alternative is to just make it smaller. Maybe, so this line will need to change because it's following the head, but the head shape is slightly different now, so that, and then I might give the F a little bit of a rotate. There we go. Let's do dread first. I'll just group together all the little bits. I just want to pull it out. think it makes the most sense if there's just one word. Because I think 2 words will be a little bit unclear because of how the letters are so spread out. So I kind of like the word dread. It's got a nicer wave on it. Gonna use it. I want to make sure that it's neat. I don't think I definitely can't fit 3 words. I would like to try and keep one of them. Well, that background has been... That background doesn't line up, does it? That's very silly of me. There we go. Trying to figure out where the rest of these lines will come from. I might just draw some. Just get some in here, see how I feel. It's like I want it radiating out of the brain. Actually hate it over the computer. But I won't want it over their faces. Just more to help see where maybe the line should be. Somehow. There we go. Just think it's weird having the gap. Just be, I need to get rid of this top one. shade on dungeon. So I need to finish up soon. Oh, nope, don't want to connect those lines, please. What happened there? That line did something weird. Want you at full opacity, please. Okie dokie. That looks good. Just gotta get the fringe shade in now. Get that in. Space, I think. Yeah, I might work on that a little bit off stream, but it's basically there, these lines. I may just get rid of them. I haven't decided. May just get rid of them. Though it does look a bit empty without them. Might have to try something else. But that'll have to be off stream now. Okay, I'm gonna copy text from this one because this one is nice and formatted. This one needs a title. I think it will work without, because it's following on from other comics about NPCs. So I think that context will help. I'll have to have a look at how my pages flow. But I feel pretty confident that that will work. Smaller as well. It's quite big. Quite big for where the text is. So let's just sort that out. And then I can put that, do the same over here. Because I don't want them to be different. Grab everything. I don't think anything is locked. Oh, I tell a lie, the frame was locked. And the background. Okay, cool. I want to give everything a slight scale so that I have room for printing. I'm going to move it up slightly because it doesn't have a title. And I think this is pretty much done. Let's do a comparison before we finish. Shrink this down so you can kind of see both of them. Let's move that over. I want you to be able to see them as big as possible. So yeah, we've adapted this one quite a bit. But I really like the first panel. I think that changed up well. I think I want to do some work on the second panel off stream, but it's basically there. and I think it's a lot tidier. It helps that the NPCs are bigger in screen and like more generic. They're not based on the NPCs that I actually designed. I don't think I need like the extra line of the desk in there. I think that would just kind of complicate this panel a bit. I think I just need to work on my dread lines. The ominous dread. It might just have to go behind the computer. Instead of it radiating from Dungeon's head, I'm thinking maybe it just needs to radiate like bottom to top of the screen. And that way it can just sit behind the computer. Maybe a gradient needs to be thrown in there. I don't know. I'll have a play, but I've ran out of time for today. I will be streaming next tomorrow morning. That is the same time as today, 7 AM BST time. And I'll be doing some more comics. I said at the beginning of the stream, I'll be doing these comics probably for the rest of the month. There'll be a stream where I do a community challenge. That might be this weekend. We'll see. But until then, yeah, we'll be pretty much solidly doing comics. And then we'll move on to something a bit more colourful, I think. Because I'm missing my colour palettes. But until then, have a good rest of your day, everybody. I think we'll just end the stream here. Whatever it is you're doing, if you're going to bed, have a good sleep. If you're getting ready for work or going to school, have a very good day. And I will see you hopefully next time. Bye-bye!